I'll just eat a biscuit. First, let's be clear. What even is plot armor? You know, what plot armor is when a character survives or wins situations they realistically shouldn't, just because the story needs them to. So, basically, if Aiger is constantly pulling off impossible wins with no explanation, yeah, that's plot armor. But, you know, if there's actual build-up, training, and logic behind it, then it's just good writing. When we, this is Aiger's starting level, you know. When we first meet Aiger, he's a complete beginner. You know, he creates the Achilles himself, which is already kind of crazy, but skill-wise, he's nowhere near top bladers like Volley. Just admitting that there. And this is important because earlier on, Aiger actually loses a lot. So straight away, that's not plot armor. He's not instantly overpowered. You know. Now this is where people really do start arguing actually, because Aiger does go from losing. Aiger goes from losing to suddenly beating high-level opponents way faster than expected. Like his battles against top-tier bladers. He adapts mid-battle, pulls out new moves, and just clutches wins. And yeah, some of these moments feel very unrealistic, especially when he unlocks things like his Resonance or Dark Power. It sometimes feels like he just powers up out of nowhere, which is true. That's where people say, yeah, that's plot armor, you know. But here's the thing, the whole Dark Resonance arc actually explains a lot. When Aiger starts overusing his power, he becomes unstable. He's not just winning, he's losing control. That's actually not plot armor because it has its consequences. He damages his relationships, his Blader Spirit changes, and he nearly loses himself completely. That's character development, you know, not just random power boosts. Alright, when we look at his final battles and skill and his growth, by the time Aiger does reach top level, he's not the same blader anymore. You know, he's trained, battled strong opponents and learned from his losses. So when he fights the best of the best, his wins feel more earned. Even some moments are exaggerated. It is an armor after all. The progression is there. He didn't just get strong, he worked up for it, you know. Alright, so, you know, after explaining all that, I think, we can come to our final conclusion. So, you know, here's the real armor. Does he have plot armor? Sorry, but yes. But not as much as people say. Aiger definitely has his moments where the plot helps him out, especially in clutch situations. But overall, his growth, struggles, and development make the most of his wins believable. So instead of full plot armor, it's more like main character advantage, if that makes sense. But that's just my take, you know. What do you think? Does Aiger have plot armor, or is he just built different? You know, just drop an opinion down in the comments. And if you want Beyblade debates like this, you know, subscribe. I've got 0. Next time, I might do something about who's actually the strongest blader in best history. I've got an idea for that.